Welcome to the Reality Revolution. I'm your host, Brian Scott, and it is an honor today to read more of the beautiful words of the Arcturian Council. We have had a wonderful time reading these amazing channelings in several previous episodes. We've covered your galactic connections, creating your reality, jumping timelines, a number of very fascinating subjects. The Arcturian Council is channeled by Daniel Scranton, and I highly recommend that you check out his many books where he has collected these channelings. He also channels the founders, creators, Hathor, a bunch of other amazing entities. This today is read from Ascension, the Shift to the Fifth Dimension, Volume 5. And there are several volumes in that series. These channelings are powerful and help subtly guide us through the shift into the fifth dimension. I've already found in reading these channelings, utilizing these teachings and helping my coaching sessions, it's helped with my family and interpersonally on a variety of different levels. It's allowed me to relax a little bit more, to follow my intuition. So many other cool things have come from reading these channelings, and I hope you're getting the same sort of inner teachings that these are meant to prompt within you. This will catapult you into the fifth dimension. How's the awakened collective doing? Channelings from the Arcturian Council. How's the awakened collective doing? Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We have connected to monitor your progress with delight over the past several weeks, as we see those of you who are awake doing more to stretch your consciousness out. Sometimes it does take an awakened experience to get someone to recognize that there is so much more. Many people on Earth who are still not awake are chasing that experience in all the ways they know how. But once a human has an awakening experience, they understand what is possible, and they want more of whatever it was they just experienced. And that's what we are seeing at this time. We are seeing the active pursuit of the expansion of consciousness among the awakened collective. And we just want you all to know that you are affecting those who are yet to awaken, and you are planting seeds for all of them. You are making a difference by doing the things that come very naturally to you. You can go and find a quiet place and meditate and make a huge difference in the overall collective consciousness of humanity. You can listen to your heart and go do something that brings you joy. And you will also be up-leveling the vibration of the human collective. You are also there to experience yourselves as more than just a human being. When you are born into your bodies, most of you have that experience first and foremost. You discover your bodies and what they can do. You discover your name, your age, your gender, and you begin to figure out who you are by Earth standards. You start to recognize what your interests are, what your strengths are, and you go down a path towards having a career so you can have a very normal adult life. But at some point along your journey, you awaken to discover that you are much more than just a human being, and you have lived many more lifetimes than just one. You also start to play with the idea that you and the tree, you and the flower, you and the ocean are one. And of course, the more difficult to swallow pill that you and everyone else are also one. Now, the reason we say it's more difficult to do that is because the tree is peaceful, the flower isn't hurting anyone, and the ocean is beautiful. But your experience of your fellow humans is not the same. And so that recognition that you are all one there on Earth, and we are all one within Source, may be easy to make intellectually, but the experience of it is much harder than just placing the bumper sticker on your car that says we are all one. Living that truth means letting go of any type of separating that you have been doing in your mind. It also means letting go of all judgment. It means that you see someone else's success as your success and someone else's suffering as your suffering. And those are also difficult pills to swallow for a variety of reasons. But you can live your own life with that knowing and choose to feel what you are feeling so that you can better understand everyone's experience and have more compassion. You can live an expansive, compassionate life without always focusing on the suffering in the world. Being aware of the truth that everyone's suffering is leading to their own expansion and their own growth really helps as well. And that's why you need the full picture of being awake to be active in your consciousness. And this is something that we strive to provide for you, and others do as well. What we have been seeing is that so many are getting it and moving forward with their expansion that we can give you this progress report, and know that so many of you are having the experience of oneness, of unity of consciousness, and of the experience of your sense of self to include more than just your physical human body, and that is real progress. That is what changes everything for humanity. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. This will catapult you into the 5th dimension. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We have been watching and waiting for the perfect timing to give you this transmission of energy. And now is that time. You are ready to receive so much more because of the wonderful work you have been doing there on yourselves. And you who are awake know exactly what we mean by work. You did not sign up for the easy path because you wanted to experience exponential growth. Therefore, all of you who are spiritual masters decided that you would shroud that truth from yourselves, especially early on in your lives. You chose heartache and heartbreak, and you chose trauma and disappointment, and all kinds of things that you knew would catapult you into being awake. You wanted to take this part of your journey consciously, and you knew that you needed something to awaken you, to get you to go on a different path than others who would be more interested in the physical trappings of planet Earth. And there's plenty there that you could be focusing on instead of your spirituality. Perhaps some of you even went down that path initially when you found out that you could create your reality with your thoughts, your words, your emotions, and more importantly, your vibration. But everything will eventually lead to you facing all of the challenges head on, because you know those challenges help you to grow. Now, getting back to the timing of this transmission, there are energies being presented to Mother Earth in every corner, in every nook and cranny, that will be giving those who connect to her everything that you need. Mother Earth, like your sun, can give you activations, can heal you, can provide for you upgrades, attunements, downloads. They are all available to you all the time. But at certain times, like right now, Earth herself is getting more to balance and align her energy systems, her grids, her poles, her electromagnetic field. There is so much for you to tap into that is right beneath your feet at this time that will assist you, empower you, and give you everything that you need to move forward into this next phase of your ascension, this next phase of your evolution. You are ready to take life on planet Earth further than it has ever been before, because this is the time of ascension there on Earth, and you are ready as the ground crew to receive more, not only from above, but also from below. And when you mix those energies together within you, that's when you understand why you incarnated on Earth at this time. You are there to be those who can access energies from both the sky and the ground, the physical and the non-physical, the masculine and the feminine. And you are there to integrate and harmonize those energies within yourselves to know yourselves more completely and fully as you truly are. Now is the time for these energies, and now is the time for those of you who are awake and aware to truly benefit from all that is being given to you, and to Mother Earth from those of us who care, from those of us who are watching and waiting and calibrating energies that will catapult you into the 5th dimension. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. The blueprint to and map of the new Earth. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We have an enormous amount of respect for you all there on Earth and your journeys, because we have been observing you for a very long time, and we know many challenges you have faced there on Earth. We are excited, however, about what is to come for humanity, because we also see how much you create from each and every hardship you face, each and every time that you do not succeed. And those of you who are awake realize this. You know how reality works, and you know that there is more than one reality, and therefore you are the ones to lead humanity into the light. The knowing that the perfect planet and society you have co-created together is available, and it is available right now. You don't have to wait until the solar flash, the financial collapse, this full disclosure of the fact that governments know about ETs and have been working with ETs and so on. You don't have to wait for free energy, and you don't have to wait for the mass landing of ships that is coming. You don't have to wait for you to have full access to your spiritual gifts and abilities. You just have to care enough about how you feel to focus on the earth and that society that you all have co-created together. It's available to those who care enough about how they feel to focus on their vibration rather than on what's wrong with society today. You can care about your fellow humans and the way that you all have been treating Mother Earth in terms of your pollution and toxins in the air and water and soil and so on. And you can still be focused on where you want to go, where you want to be, where you want to lead humanity. As soon as you start focusing on what's wrong with the way things are today on planet Earth, then inevitably you have to look for the source of those problems, and that puts you in a position where you are pointing fingers. And if you are pointing fingers, you are stuck in us versus them mode. And when you are there, you are not in a high vibration. Therefore, you must be able to see something that you know is not a part of the earth and the society that you want to be a part of. And you must be able to send healing, love, and compassion to all who are involved, and then focus on the earth and the version of the human collective that you do want to harmonize with vibrationally. It is possible to do this every single time you become aware of a problem, an issue, a challenge in your life as well. As an individual, you can look at your health, your finances, your relationships, your career, and you can ask yourself, who is to blame for all of this? Was it my mistake? Is it that person's fault? Is it the economy? Or you can recognize that all you are living is nudging you in the direction of what you want to be living instead. And it is entirely up to you whether you make that gentle shift to focusing on the beautiful version of planet Earth in that other reality that you want to be a part of, that you want to live in and experience. It is up to you. You can stay where you are, look for all the villains, all the culprits, and fight them to the death, or you can forgive them, recognize that they are hurting in some way and need love and compassion. You can be the one who sends the healing to the person who needs it the most, and then you can focus on what is you'd rather be seeing in your society, in your fellow humans, and even in yourself, as you must recognize that if you see it in someone else, then it must also exist within you, and there is self-forgiveness that is necessary. We know all of this is easier said than done, but that is the blueprint, that is the map that gets you to the new earth you have all co-created. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. The doorway to the new earth. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We are seekers, adventurers, and explorers, and that is one of the ways in which we align with all of you there on Earth. We have come to planet Earth because you wanted to taste a bit of all parts of the galaxy in one place. And it is because you have an affinity for all the various parts of the galaxy that Earth was the obvious choice for you. There are, of course, many reasons why you chose to incarnate there, and this is just one, but you are travelers, explorers, and adventurers, and all that you have ever been, and every place you have ever been to is serving you right now. You are drawing from all those experiences, all those selves, all those places, and you are co-creating an experience of harmony and peace on Earth. But of course, you are doing it by experiencing the opposite of those things first. Everything that has ever been there on Earth has been for the purpose of experience, and not all experiences have been positive, to say the least. But all of those possibilities needed to exist for every single soul to get a taste of what they wanted out of the Earth experience. What you are meant to do in your lifetimes is to gradually come to peace with the way everything is there on Earth. You're supposed to accept everything as it is and change you. You are meant to transform. And when you do transform, you get to experience a new Earth, a different Earth, An Earth with less polarity, less trauma and tragedy, more unity, harmony, peace, love, joy, and excitement. But the path to getting to that Earth is through this one that you are currently experiencing, where there is hate, violence, war, bigotry, discrimination, and so on and so on. You make a difference there on Earth by changing yourself. And it really is that simple. You are the change makers, but you are the change you are making. You are the way showers, and you will show others the way to the new Earth is through accepting, loving, and making peace with the current Earth you inhabit. Now, does that mean there is nothing for you to do in order to make difference there on Earth? Absolutely not. There is plenty for you to do. You can spread this level of consciousness around. You can help others to come to that place of spiritual mastery where they understand that everything is to be accepted and nothing is to be resisted. That everything was created on purpose and serves a greater purpose. And in the process of experiencing the Earth and the Earth experience as they are, you are at the same time co-creating the new Earth. You are deciding what would be better without resisting what is now the way it is. It is as tricky an assignment for sure, and difficult for most people to understand, but it is your mission to become your higher self, the self that sees all, knows all, accepts and loves all, and you are getting there gradually, experience by experience, and moment by moment of surrender by moment of surrender. You will know you are done with this Earth and this experience because you will love it all, and you will see everyone as source, and then you will access the doorway to the fifth dimension in the new Earth, and that will be a glorious moment indeed. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. When will the shift be complete? Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We are very pleased that so many of you who are a part of the awakened collective are expecting a better future for humanity. And we know that you are because you believe in the shift in consciousness. Or to put it another way, you know that there is a shift in consciousness that is happening right now, and that will be completed at some point in humanity's future. Now, we know we have been over this before, but it is important for you all to hear it again. You are not meant to wait around for an event, a solar flash, or any other occurrence that would catapult you into the fifth dimension. You are meant to experience the ride, the journey, and the steps forward that you take in your conscious spiritual evolution. You are meant to not only take those steps, but to experience them as incremental movements forward in your consciousness. In other words, you want to experience the slow and deliberate path to the fifth dimension, whether you realize it or not. Now, here is something else that is very true. You get to experience your gradual evolution in consciousness in every moment of every day. You are faced with choices all the time that are about you either clinging to some aspect of the third dimension or letting go and letting yourself rise up to a fifth dimensional level of consciousness. This is not about going to a place, and you don't have to wait for the Earth to split into two Earths so that you can exist on the fifth dimensional one. That is another story that we are aware of that is in the New Age community, and that needs to be seriously examined because there are way more than two Earths already. Now, as you become the next highest version of yourself on this path, and you do so deliberately, that is an amazing experience. You get to have one amazing experience of your spiritual evolution after another, and that is something worth celebrating. That is something worth feeling very good about right now. You may feel despondent that we are not here telling you that the shift in consciousness will be completed tomorrow or in 6 days, but that's only because you are looking at it in a way that does not serve you. If you see the completion of the shift as something that is inevitable and something that you are there to enjoy, then you can let go of your time frames and just be in the present moment with this version of you that's being given yet another opportunity to evolve spiritually and consciously. That is the best experience you can have right now. Make that choice, and do not wait for something outside of you to occur so that you can feel better about your now moment. We know that we are preaching to the choir here because if we weren't, you'd be watching a different video or reading a different post on a different website. We know that you are up for the challenge of shifting yourselves gradually and moment by moment. We also know that you know that this is the better experience. You still have so much to enjoy in terms of what is available to you there in the fourth dimension and on planet Earth. So also do not be in such a hurry to go home. Whatever you believe your home to be, bring heaven to earth. Bring your galactic energies down into the physical realm and into your bodies, and feel yourselves expanding as you do, and you will be your fifth dimensional selves right now, and you will show others the way. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. The path of ease to the fifth dimension. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We are so very satisfied with the progress we see you making there on Earth at this time. We know that those of you who are awake are making choices in your lives that bring you closer to Source, closer to your true self, to your soul. We know this because we observe and because you reach out to us, both in the sleep state and in the waking state. We know what your priorities are, and we see you reaching those higher and higher states of consciousness through your deliberate intention to ascend. Ascension is not just about going to a better place where everything is easier for all of you. Ascension is about you becoming the better version of yourself, the one that is more aligned with your true nature as unconditional love. And we see you making the choices that align you with this reality more and more every single day. And there is a very good reason why this is happening. The energies all around you and the ones inside of you are encouraging you to do so, and you feel worse than you do not. The consequences of your choices are worse when the choice you make is for something other than the becoming of who you really are. Those of you who are awake were born more sensitive, more empathic, more emotional, and you knew that you would care enough about how you feel to do something about it when you didn't feel good. And that's where you are right now. You're doing something about it. You are shifting not only to another dimension, but you are also shifting the way you see yourselves, others, Earth, Source, and every reality that you encounter. These are the shifts that align you with the path of ease to the fifth dimension. This is the path that you all want to take. And because you can feel so much more acutely when you are not making that choice, we see you making the choice more frequently to align with who and what you really are. Now, you may wonder how that affects everyone else on Earth. When you make those choices that feel better to you, the really great result of that is that you live a better life. And as you live a better life, others want to know what your secret is. And they want to follow in your footsteps. Others want to know what you know. And they will ask you and you will tell them, and it might not sink in the first time. They might look at you with the doubt in their eyes at first. But eventually they will come around and they will realize that you are telling them that they hold the keys to the kingdom, and they will want to know how to apply the knowledge that you give them. This is the journey that you are all on as the awakened collective, and this is what you are there to teach others. And this is how you lead others to their path of greatest ease to the fifth dimension. It is just that simple, you see. It is not more complicated than that, and no matter how much your minds like a complicated story, it will always be as simple and easy as choosing love, which is what you are. The choice is a no-brainer. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. The massive changes coming for humanity. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We are expecting great positive changes for all of you there on Earth, because we know how far you have come, and we know you have powerful momentum behind you. We also believe in ourselves and all the helpers that you have. We know that we can assist you in all of the various ways that you need that assistance. We know that all of this was perfectly set up, perfectly planned, so that everyone can play their part to bring about the massive changes that you still have ahead of you there on Earth. We know that you cannot see just how much you have evolved as individuals, because you are living those lives that you live, moment after moment and day after day. But we can assure you that the growth you have undergone is enormous, and we are talking about you as individuals and as a collective. We have also often told you that it takes longer for the physical realm to catch up to the energetic, and that many of you just require some patience. That could not be more true than it is right now in this very moment. Energies are moving at breakneck speeds, and the physical continues to move at a snail's pace by comparison. That is why it's so important for you to feel for the energies. Feel for what is available to you right now that you could not possibly have felt 5 or 10 years ago. You are at the very center of the evolution of consciousness within this universe, and it would be so much better for you to acknowledge yourselves than to be perpetually humble. You are taking humanity to the next level of consciousness as the leaders, as the awakened collective. Do not sell yourselves short. This is a beautiful time and a powerful time for all to get focused on the massive changes you want to see in your lives and in the outside world, because as soon as you acknowledge you have changed dramatically in this lifetime, you can start to see that reflection outside of you. It will not be all at once. You will not be bowled over by the changes, but you will start to notice them in greater detail, and you will start to experience them in your day-to-day lives. You are there to catapult yourselves into the 5th dimension. Humankind with you, and you have all the tools and all the helpers necessary to do just that. If you can get out of your own way long enough, you can experience everything that we are talking about right here and right now, and we recommend that you do, because we want you to enjoy that flight from the catapult into the 5th dimension. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. You will transform in the moment you do this. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We are very happy to assist all of you in all of the ways that we can. We often do invite you to ask us for help regarding specific issues and challenges that you are facing in your lives. And we absolutely do want you to ask us for help. But we also know that in the asking for help, you are in that moment acknowledging that help does exist. And so it is in the asking that you open up more to receive what it is that you are asking for. You open up to that help that is already there, already being offered by us, your guides, and so many other helpers that you have working on your behalf 24 hours a day. Remember that none of us can do it for you, but we can assist you. We can make it easier for you to get what you want and to get where you are going by holding space, by nudging you in a particular direction, by giving you an activation or an upgrade that will make whatever it is that is blocking you from being where you want to be that much more of a loud, obnoxious noise in your experience. In other words, all the upgrades and all the activations are helping you to single out the resistance, the blockage, the belief that is inside of you so that you can release it. You are doing it all yourselves, however. Help is there to support you, to guide you, to love you, and to hold space for you. And it is always there. And it is there for so many beings that we wouldn't want to number all of them right now in this transmission. Some of you have more helpers than others because you're facing more challenges, but all of you have a tremendous amount of assistance. And when you relax and unclench and open up and let it all in, it comes flooding in. It's not just coming from one specific place, one specific star system, or one specific being or collective. You have more help than you could possibly imagine coming your way, so you can relax. You can look for opportunities to experience joy, and you can appreciate the life that you have already created. You can appreciate all that you can with your 5 senses and more. You can rest in the knowing that more is always coming. More energies will always be coming in to support you, and more manifestations will always be coming because you created them and they are yours. And it is inevitable for you to experience those creations. Now we can help you speed up the time that it takes for you to manifest something by reminding you that how you feel matters, and by reminding you that it is inevitable that you experience what you have created. We can help you to manifest everything more quickly by reminding you of all of the help that you have, and by pointing out that joy is the path. You are not on a path to joy and joyous experiences and circumstances, but rather the path is created with joy, and when you are in joy, you stay on the path. You continue to make the journey forward a journey that you are destined to be on. You all not only have a tremendous amount of help, but you also have a tremendous amount ahead of you. You have so much that you have yet to experience on that earth in those physical bodies. You don't just have to wait until you are on the fifth dimensional earth with a light body. That is not the only time for you to be in a state of joy, to be surrounded by love. That is not the only time when you will experience ultimate freedom, wisdom, and confidence. All those vibrations are available to you right now, and all of your helpers are showering you with those vibrations in the hopes that you will relax enough to let them in and feel them run through your physical body. This is why we encourage you to get out and enjoy Mother Earth and Mother Nature. We know that they put you at ease, and they are more likely to open up when you get away from all the thought forms and all the energies in your homes. We encourage you to let all of this sink in, and then all the help that is coming your way enter into your energy field, your chakras, your cells, and your DNA. And you will feel transformed in the moment that you do. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Your effect on the universe. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We are very happy to have every opportunity that we can get to connect with one of you there on Earth, because you are the ones who are doing the most challenging work in our galaxy at this time, and we are fascinated by you. We are fascinated by your resilience, we are fascinated by your creativity, and we are fascinated by your ability to find joy in a situation that is inherently not joyful. You are doing exceptionally well there on Earth in spite of what your critical minds might think. Remember how much you took on before incarnating there for the very first time, and how much you took on in this lifetime, and give yourself a break. We love giving you so much praise and so much energy because we see how you are transformed by it. We see how our love influences you, and we've noticed that those of you who connect with us tend then to offer more love to your fellow humans. You are less likely to fly off the handle at someone who you think really deserves it. You are more likely to forgive. You are more likely to feel compassion, and that brings us joy because we can see how we have affected you in a positive way. You always have that free will, however, to not accept our love and support, and you always have the free will to not listen to your own hearts that are telling you that love is the answer. And so every time you make the conscious choice to feel more love, compassion, empathy, and offer forgiveness, we light up here in the ninth dimension, and we express to the other collectives in the ninth dimension that humanity really is benefiting from all that we do. And we create new and stronger alliances because we have something positive to point to. Because these other non-physical collectives see humanity as a group of beings who are doing exceptionally well under the circumstances, and who are responding very, very well to what we and others like us are offering. You continue to make giant strides toward the fifth dimension, enormous leaps forward in the evolution of your consciousness, and you continue to surprise and amaze those who are looking on from above. You need to give yourselves more credit and pat yourselves on the back more frequently, because what you are doing there on Earth is affecting the entire universe, and is doing so in a positive way. You understand the ripple effect, the domino effect, the butterfly effect, but you don't always give yourselves credit for being the ones who initiate those effects. It is time to start seeing yourselves as the powerful beings that you are. And it is time to give yourselves more credit for the evolution of consciousness that is happening on your planet and throughout the universe. And as your proud teachers and supporters, we know that you will continue on this heavenly journey of ascension, and you will do so with so much more joy in your hearts than you ever thought was possible. And we know you will continue to receive what we and others like us are offering, and that fills us with joy. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. This group of channelings really focuses on a map towards the new Earth. It opens the doorway to the new Earth. It catapults you into that fifth dimensional way of thinking. This is a conversation that we have been having with the Arcturians, and over time we've gotten to understand what it is that they're teaching. It is an acceptance of who you are, a loving of who you are. And in this process, You're meant to do this gradually, to come to peace with the way that everything is on Earth. You're supposed to accept everything as it is, opening yourself up to it. Also understanding all the stuff that's happening outside of you can be changed by resolving and realizing what is within you. You came to this Earth because so many different forces, beings from other parts of the galaxy all chose to reincarnate here. You came here because there's so many different beings that are coming into this level of consciousness. It may seem chaotic, it may seem unusual, but you're learning to deal with this plethora of different energies, and the entire universe is watching. We are making positive changes, ripples of love flowing outwards with every major shift that we make. They are really trying to emphasize that the physical is the slowest part. The major change in consciousness, the shift that we're experiencing, is energetic, and the physical slowly catches up. So we're on the forefront. When we learn to shift and understand and utilize these energies of consciousness, the physical will eventually catch up. And a lot of times people say, well, why hasn't it happened now? And there's this urgency, this desiring for the shift to happen now. And there's an emphasis here that you can find your freedom, your joy, your happiness in this moment. It doesn't have to be in the fifth dimension. The best experience that you can have is right now. And so you make a choice to be in the loving feeling right now. And then when you make that choice, you speed up the process towards the new Earth. And in that process of becoming and realizing the love, we tune into our higher selves and we become our higher selves. And once we become our higher selves, that's when the shift is complete. And we will enter into a new Earth with a group of other higher selves together in unity, and it will be a wonderful and exciting opportunity. And I can't wait. I experience it every day a little bit more, and it's so wonderful to see how these changes are happening. Please share in the comments your own changes with this shift, the way it's accelerating and changing you. You can find all episodes of The Reality Revolution at therealityrevolution.com, and welcome to The Reality Revolution.